His Excellency Prabowo Subianto, President of the Republic of Indonesia.
Across the seas together, we'll brave the stormy weather. We sail as one together. Heads up, we gotta feel the wind and sun as it hits your sail. Just right, no one sail is a lone sail. Yes, we'll journey together, whatever the weather.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the arrival of His Majesty, their Excellencies, the leaders and representatives of ASEAN member states. Like the steady rhythm of the waves that connect our shores, it reflects our collective journey, navigating forward together with purpose and solidarity, standing strong as one ASEAN community. Your Majesty, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, the ASEAN Anthem.
ASEAN
now be seated. Thank you to our choral ensemble, Los Cantantes Cebu, champion of the 2024 Taipei International Choral Competition, and the Jose Argullas Visayas Chorale, Grand Prix winner of the 2021 Busan International Choral Competition, conducted by Mr. Jonathan Velasco for their beautiful rendition of the ASEAN anthem. Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, distinguished heads of state and government, representative of the head of state and government, ministers, Secretary General of ASEAN, excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the opening of the 48th ASEAN Summit. On stage for the official family photograph. Kindly face the center camera, maintain an upright posture, and keep your arms relaxed at your sides. At the cue, may we invite Your Majesty and Your Excellencies to share your warmest smiles. In 3, 2, 1. Thank you. We shall now proceed with the ASEAN handshake. May we kindly request Her Majesty and Your Excellencies to extend your hands right over left. In 3, 2, 1. Thank you. May we kindly request Her Majesty and Your Excellencies to take a step back as we invite the First Lady, together with the spouses and His Royal Highness Prince Abdul Mateen, to join us on stage for the family photo. Kindly face the camera. In 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Your Majesty, Your Excellencies, this concludes the ASEAN official family photograph. As we conclude this opening ceremony, we are reminded that under the Philippines chairship theme, Navigating Our Future Together, we begin this summit as one ASEAN community, charting a shared course forward. May this moment mark the start of meaningful and fruitful discussions among our 11 member states, guided by trust, strengthened by cooperation, and united in our shared aspirations for peace, progress, and resilience. Presiden Republik Indonesia Prabowo Subianto bertolak ke lokasi acara KTT ke-48 ASEAN di Dapatkan Expo Cebu, Filipina. Ini sangat menarik, saudara, karena ini pertama kalinya Presiden Prabowo Subianto membawa kendaraan taktis laut ke forum internasional.
bukan sekadar alat transportasi atau mobilisasi presiden saja, tetapi hadirnya MAU ini menyampaikan pesan diplomasi. Ada pesan-pesan yang disampaikan oleh Prabowo Subianto bahwa dengan adanya MAU ini menjadi simbol kemandirian, kepercayaan dirian bangsa, dan juga menunjukkan kekuatan serta kemajuan industri pertahanan di Indonesia kepada negara-negara ASEAN lainnya. Nah, ini juga sejalan dengan apa yang disampaikan oleh Presiden Prabowo Subianto dalam KTT DIM EAGA kemarin, yang mana Presiden Prabowo ini mengajak seluruh negara ASEAN ini untuk bisa mandiri menggunakan potensi mereka masing-masing untuk kemudian bisa memajukan ketahanan pangan dan juga ketahanan energi. Hadirnya MAU jadi contoh nyata. Dan Presiden Prabowo Subianto hari ini akan mengikuti rentetan agenda di KTT ke-48 ASEAN, mulai dari welcoming ceremony, opening ceremony, kemudian nanti ada sesi plenary, hingga ada retret. Tentu saja kita tunggu bersama bagaimana hasil dari KTT ke-48 ASEAN ini, bagaimana deklarasi yang akan disampaikan, kerjasama atau kesepakatan apa saja yang akan dihasilkan, serta arah kebijakan ASEAN ke depan seperti apa. Dari Cebu, Filipina, Asri Gunawan, Kompas TV melaporkan.
Menemani pagi Anda dengan informasi terbaru. Satu langkah lebih dekat, satu langkah lebih mencerahkan. Saksikan Kompas Pagi di Kompas TV, channel 11 di televisi Anda.
membanggakan karena mungkin Bapak ingin memperkenalkan mobil tersebut kepada negara Filipina. Jadi wow.
Surprise ya?
Ya, surprise sekali. Jauh-jauh dari Indonesia dibawa ke sini gitu.
Ya, baik Bu, terakhir mungkin Bu ada yang mau disampaikan, doa, ucapan atau apa kepada Pak Prabowo?
Semoga untuk kedepannya dalam Bapak Prabowo memimpin negara Republik Indonesia semakin sukses, maju, dan juga Bapak Prabowo diberikan kesehatan, perlindungan dari Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala.
Hal yang spesial sih bisa melihat pemimpin yang bangga membawa produk lokal karya anak bangsa, inovasi dan teknologi karya anak bangsa ke kancah internasional.
Melihat fakta secara utuh, menelusuri yang tak terlihat, satu langkah lebih dekat, satu langkah lebih mendalam. Saksikan di Poin Investigasi di Kompas TV, channel 11 di televisi Anda. Menemani pagi Anda dengan informasi terbaru, satu langkah lebih dekat, satu langkah lebih mencerahkan. Saksikan Sapa Indonesia Pagi di Kompas TV channel 11 di televisi Anda.
Your Majesty, Excellencies, distinguished colleagues, my ASEAN brothers and sisters, good morning. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 48th ASEAN Summit Plenary. I also take the opportunity to congratulate His Excellency Prime Minister Lee Min-hoon on his election as Prime Minister of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam and warmly welcome him to the ASEAN Summit. I also wish to extend my warmest congratulations to His Excellency Sonsei Sipandon, on his re-election as Prime Minister of the Lao People's Democratic Republic. And in the same spirit, let me likewise extend my warmest congratulations to His Excellency Mr. Anutin Chanvirakul on his re-election as Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Thailand. We meet at a defining moment for our region and the global community. The international geopolitical landscape continues to be marked by uncertainty and heightened geopolitical tensions, particularly by the grave situation in the Middle East. ASEAN has expressed serious concern over the escalation of conflict due to the preemptive attacks initiated by Israel and the United States against the Islamic Republic of Iran on February 28, 2026, and the subsequent retaliatory attacks by Iran against several countries in the region. These developments have disrupted maritime and air transport routes, heightened risks to merchant and non-combatant vessels and aircraft, and affected the flow of energy and essential goods. Against this backdrop, we come together guided by ASEAN's long-standing commitment to peace and the collective positions expressed by each ASEAN member state. The immediate cessation of hostilities, the peaceful settlement of disputes, the protection of civilians and civilian infrastructure, and the restoration of safe, unimpeded, and continuous transit passage in the Strait of Hormuz. For ASEAN, these challenges are deeply felt by our people through higher living costs, supply disruptions, threatened livelihoods, economic strain, growing vulnerability, both in our homelands and amongst our nationals in the Middle East. It is a stark reminder that in an increasingly uncertain world, we call for our collective action, and it has never been more urgent. So we must continue to uphold the principles of ASEAN centrality and solidarity and pursue practical cooperation. For this, I thank you for answering the call, underscoring the importance and urgency of convening at this time. It is in this spirit that we gather today to pursue concrete outcomes and forge a collective path with particular focus on three urgent and interrelated priorities. First, we must ensure regional energy security and resilience. At a time of heightened volatility, ASEAN must strengthen coordination and reinforce preparedness, pursue practical collective measures to safeguard a stable energy supply and improve interconnectivity, all the while advancing alternatives and renewable energy sources to protect our economies from further shocks and to respond to the urgent challenge of climate change. In this effort, we must also harness innovation, including inclusive and responsible applications of artificial intelligence to improve energy forecasting, strengthen grid management and system flexibility, and support the clean energy transition. Second, we must work together to stabilize food security. Disruptions in trade and transport stemming from the closure of the Strait of Hormuz quickly affected food prices and supply, especially fertilizers, and subsequently the welfare of our peoples. Our task is to ensure that ASEAN remains responsive to strengthen and expand intra-ASEAN trade and build the capacities to safeguard and fortify our food systems across the region. Digital innovation can help us anticipate shortages, improve agricultural productivity, and support responsive decision-making so that our peoples in vulnerable situations are better protected. Third, we must uphold the safety of ASEAN nationals. In moments of crisis, ASEAN solidarity must be measured by our ability to act in concert to safeguard our peoples wherever they may be. This means strengthening early warning systems, enhancing consular coordination, and ensuring the timely delivery of assistance through the prudent use of new technologies, including exploring how AI-enabled tools may advance our priorities, anchored in human judgment and international law. Today, we gather to confront with unity and resolve the repercussions of the situation in the Middle East and seek to advance our common commitment to peace, stability, and prosperity, while ensuring that the benefits of our cooperation are felt by all our peoples. In this regard, the Philippines as chair reaffirms its strong commitment to steering ASEAN through changing and uncertain times under our chairship theme, Navigating Our Future Together. As we push forward the first year of the implementation of the ASEAN Community Vision 2045, we are reminded that our region is strongest when we turn shared challenges, however daunting they may be, into shared purpose. And to this end, we recognize the importance of maritime cooperation and look forward to the adoption of the ASEAN Leaders' Declaration on Maritime Cooperation, which includes the Philippines' proposal to establish an ASEAN Maritime Center, which will serve as an important platform for maritime cooperation in coordination with relevant ASEAN and ASEAN-led mechanisms. Navigating our future together is not only our chairship theme, but also the task that lies ahead of us. With this, I have the honor to declare the 48th ASEAN Summit Plenary now open. And at this point, I kindly request that our friends in the media leave the room so we may continue with our discussions. Thank you.
Menemani pagi Anda dengan informasi terbaru. Satu langkah lebih dekat, satu langkah lebih mencerahkan. Saksikan Sapa Indonesia Pagi di Kompas TV, channel 11 di televisi Anda.
His Excellency Prabowo Subianto, President of the Republic of Indonesia. Thank you, His Majesty, Their Excellencies, the leaders and representatives of the ASEAN member states. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the arrival of His Majesty, their Excellencies, the leaders and representatives of ASEAN member states. Please remain standing as we honor our shared identity with the ASEAN anthem.
ASEAN, we are bonded as one.
Kementerian Pertahanan dan TNI saat ini menggelar kesiapsiagaan di wilayah nasional di Sulawesi Utara dalam rangka mendukung kelancaran dan keamanan pelaksanaan KTT ASEAN di Cebu, Filipina. Kegiatan ini merupakan bentuk kesiapan rutin operasi gabungan TNI dalam menghadapi berbagai kemungkinan situasi yang dapat terjadi di kawasan ASEAN. Kegiatan ini juga melibatkan unsur darat, laut, dan udara untuk menguji interoperabilitas, mobilitas pasukan, kemampuan pengamanan VVIP, serta respon cepat terhadap kondisi darurat. Seluruh kegiatan dilaksanakan secara terukur, profesional, dan tetap mengedepankan prinsip kehati-hatian serta penghormatan terhadap kedaulatan negara sahabat. Indonesia memandang stabilitas dan keamanan kawasan sebagai tanggung jawab bersama negara-negara ASEAN. Karena itu, kesiapsiagaan TNI dalam konteks ini merupakan bagian dari kontribusi Indonesia untuk mendukung terciptanya situasi kawasan yang aman, kondusif, dan mendukung suksesnya agenda-agenda strategis ASEAN.
Kecepatan informasi dan akurasi data adalah komitmen kami. Satu langkah lebih dekat, satu langkah lebih terpercaya. Saksikan Sapa Indonesia Malam di Kompas TV channel 11 di
Saya, My Sister Tarigan. Saksikan program-program Kompas TV melalui siaran digital, pay TV, dan media streaming lainnya. Kompas TV, independen, terpercaya.
Very good talks over the last 24 hours, and it's very possible that we'll make a deal. Yeah, please.
Kondisi ini menyebabkan gangguan pada ekonomi global. Iran secara efektif merebut kendali jalur air penting untuk energi global setelah AS dan Israel menyerangnya pada 28 Februari. Iran mengatakan hanya akan membuka kembali selat tersebut jika perang berakhir dan blokade dicabut. Dilansir dari Associated Press, menurut militer AS terdapat 1.550 kapal dari 87 negara yang saat ini terdampar di Teluk Persia. Menurut Program Pangan Dunia PBB, 45 juta orang dapat mengalami kelaparan, sebagian besar di Asia dan Afrika jika selat tersebut tidak segera dibuka. Pemblokiran pengiriman bahan bakar dan pupuk dapat segera mendorong harga makanan dan kebutuhan pokok lainnya menjadi tidak terjangkau bagi mereka yang sudah berada dalam situasi sulit. Adapun kedua kapal tersebut diserang pada 22 April oleh Garda Revolusi Paramiliter Iran dan dibawa ke perairan Iran. Hal ini terjadi setelah Iran mengatakan sedang meninjau proposal terbaru Amerika untuk mengakhiri perang setelah Presiden AS Donald Trump mengancam negara itu dengan gelombang pemboman baru kecuali tercapai kesepakatan yang mencakup pembukaan kembali Selat Hormuz yang penting untuk pelayaran internasional.
Now we're doing well. Now we have to get what we have to get. If we don't do that, we'll have to go a big step further. But with that being said, they want to make a deal. We've had very good talks over the last 24 hours, and it's very possible that we'll make a deal.
So,
Yeah, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. What are the status of these talks? So they're very good. Can you just give us some insight as to where?
Well, we've had talks, and we've had some good talks before, as you know. Right. And all of a sudden, the next day, they're like, they forgot what happened. Have a good time, everybody. Thank you.
Deadlines are on, President. Is there a deadline? Do you have a deadline when you expect to hear back?
Never a deadline. It'll happen. It'll happen, but never a deadline.
Kecepatan informasi dan akurasi data adalah komitmen kami. Satu langkah lebih dekat, satu langkah lebih terpercaya. Saksikan Sapa Indonesia Malam di Kompas TV channel 11 di televisi Anda.
ما چیزی از این آمریکا ما حق قانونی که در چارچوب‌های قوانین بین‌المللی رو می‌خوایم هیچ خارج از اون نمی‌خوایم عمل کنیم. دنیا راست میگه با ما بر اساس قوانین بین‌المللی برخورد بکنه. با همدیگه این راه رو خواهیم رفت. من خدمت رهبر عزیزم رسیدیم. نزدیک 2 ساعت و نیم هم خدمتشون گفتگو داشتیم. اولا باید خدمت شما بگم مایی که تو جنگیم، مایی که این همه زدند و اینا، خب طبیعیه باید با یه سری مشکلاتی مواجه می شدیم که شدیم، ولی حضور شماها، تلاش شماها و همراهی شما و مردم در حقیقت نقشه اونا رو نقشه برآب کرده. برای اینکه همه از این بتونن استفاده کنن نمیخواد قطع بکنیم، همه لامپای اضافیشون رو خاموش کنن. ما اگه درست مصرف بکنیم خیلی از این انرژی های مورد نیاز و یا خدمات مورد نیاز رو میتونیم به تولید کننده ها بدیم و براشون مانع ایجاد نکنیم. ما یه راه داریم، یا مردم رو بپذیریم و با مردم باشیم یا باید تسلیم بشیم و سرخم بکنیم. ما با مردم میمانیم و سرخم نمیکنیم. چیزی از این دنیا نمیخوایم. ما چیزی از این آمریکا ما حق قانونی که در چارچوب‌های قوانین بین‌المللی رو می‌خوایم هیچ خارج از اون نمی‌خوایم عمل کنیم. دنیا راست میگه با ما بر اساس قوانین بین‌المللی برخورد بکنه. من خدمت رهبر عزیزم رسیدیم. نزدیک 2 ساعت و نیم هم خدمتشون گفتگو داشتیم. اولا باید خدمت شما بگم نگاه ایشون، نوع برخورد ایشون واقعا یه انسانی بود صمیمی و متواضعانه. از یه رهبر آدم یه چنین برخوردی به آدم بکنه، ایشون یه چنین حالتی داشت. واقعا من ممکنه خیلی حرفا داشته باشم ولی وحدت و انسجام رو مهمتر از هر چی میدونم و اگر تا حالا موندیم به خاطر وحدت و انسجاممون بوده. همه مردم ایران رو میخوان. بگذار دی که وطن فروش شدن و اصلا از هویت خودشون تهی شدن. اونه که ایرانی ایرانو میخواد. هیچ ایرانی ایران سرفکنده و ذلیل رو نمیخواد. هیچ ایرانی تحمل نمیکنه بچه هاشون رو اینجوری بمباران کنن او بشینه توجیهگر باشه. اصلا هیچ انسانی، حالا ایرانی نه، هیچ انسانی یه چنین روند وحشیگری رو از هیچ کی نمیپذیره. ولی یه اون پشت به اصطلاح قابهای تلویزیونی نشستن حرفای مفت میزنند و تفسیرهای به اصطلاح روشنفکرانه میکنن بر خودشون. شرمشون با.
Kecepatan informasi dan akurasi data adalah komitmen kami. Satu langkah lebih dekat, satu langkah lebih terpercaya. Saksikan Kompas Petang di Kompas TV, channel 11 di televisi Anda.
If there's no ceasefire, you're not going to have to know. You're just going to have to look at one big glow coming out of Iran. And they better sign their agreement fast.
After these strikes, is the ceasefire with Iran still on?
Yeah, it is. They trifled with us today. We blew them away. They trifled. I call that a trifle. I'll let you know when there's no ceasefire. You won't have to know. If there's no ceasefire, you're not going to have to know. You're just going to have to look at one big glow coming out of Iran. And they better sign their agreement fast. The talks are going very well, but they have to understand if it doesn't get signed, they're going to have a lot of pain. They're going to have a lot of pain. They want to sign it, I will tell you. They want to sign it a lot more than I do. I think that's what you want to hear, fellas, right? What you want to hear, a different tone. That's the only thing they understand. They don't understand it. We had 3 world-class destroyers go through the strait today. Any other country, under the circumstances, wouldn't have shot missiles at it and drones at it, and these stupid boats that came at it. They got blown away in about 2 minutes. Their tanker got blown. You know what we did with the tanker? We didn't want to create an environment, so we shot out the rudder, and the tanker's going around, spinning around in circles. They should not have done that today. We thought they might. We didn't know, but we were prepared. They shot missiles. Every missile was knocked down. Every drone was knocked down, and the people that shot it are no longer with us.
Kecepatan informasi dan akurasi adalah komitmen kami. Satu langkah lebih dekat, satu langkah lebih terpercaya. Saksikan Kompas Petang di Kompas TV, channel 11 di televisi Anda.
Mengawali pagi Anda dengan informasi terbaru. Satu langkah lebih dekat, satu langkah lebih mencerahkan. Saksikan Kompas Pagi di Kompas TV Channel 11 pada televisi Anda.